Alright, Fuller coming to you with another video, man. I hope y'all are doing good. So, I just want to give my little 2 cents on the fight that took place last night with Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. First and foremost, kudos to Ryan Garcia for showing resilience and delivering a knockout to the body in the 7th round. And overcoming getting knocked down in the 2nd round. Kudos to him, kudos to him earning some stripes in that regards. Now, Ryan Garcia, he's very vocal about how he wants smoke with Tank Davis, how he wants to sleep Tank Davis, and things like that. But I don't know how true this is, but I think even Canelo said that he's not ready for Tank Davis. Now, here's the thing about Ryan Garcia, and here's the thing about Eddie Reynoso fighters. That's why I'm not really big on Eddie Reynoso. All of them are flat-footed, okay? I guess in the school of Eddie Reynoso, footwork takes a back seat, and all he's worried about is hand speed and I want to say power, Canelo gets away with being flat-footed most of the time due to the simple fact that he has good upper body movement and things of that nature. But if he goes, there's a reason why Eddie Reynoso prefers him to be against fighters who come forward and, apply pressure. That fits into Canelo. The reason why it fits into Canelo is because of the simple fact that all he has to do is slip those punches that are coming forward, and he comes back with an attack of his own. The reason why Eddie Reynoso and Team Canelo will stay away from fighters who have footwork is because what do fighters do to guys who have flat feet? The ones that have footwork, they usually more or less put on clinics. I mean, that's what Floyd Mayweather did. That's with what Erislandy Lara did. And even before, even in points of the fight, that's what Austin Trout did. When Ryan Garcia got knocked down, Luke Campbell was doing the same thing. The thing is about Luke Campbell is he didn't continue upon the attack. It seems like Luke Campbell, what he was doing was just peppering that jab a lot, but not following it up with combinations and things like that. But again, he showed the benefit of having footwork and being fleet-footed. Because what I did notice in that fight is that he would circle around Ryan Garcia a lot, That's what he would do. And so I guess in that school, again, in Eddie Reynoso's school of boxing, having flat feet is not seen as a problem, and this is the reason why fighters like Demetrius Bubo Andrade would be a stylistic nightmare for Canelo. For one, because he's long, okay. For two, he's not flat-footed. He is fleet-footed, right? Imagine him all night circling around Canelo, popping him with jabs, counter shots every time he comes in. That's how it would be. That's why Eddie Reynoso will keep Ryan Garcia away from a Tank Davis, will keep him away from a Devin Haney. Because they fit that category of fighters who have good footwork. Okay? People will say, Devin Haney, he didn't knock out Gamboa and things like that, but did he lose a round though? That's the real question. People will say, Tank hasn't fought nobody, So, with that being said, didn't he just knock out Leo Santa Cruz? People are saying, some of these decafs are saying that, Ryan Garcia will keep him at bay. Tank is too short. But wasn't Leo Santa Cruz longer than Tank Davis? And the way that Ryan likes to fight, he doesn't like to use outside range to fight. As a matter of fact, what he likes to do is he likes to fight shorter than his height. because because of his hand speed, he throws in flurries, you know, and usually those flurries are close range. They're not on the outside. Because he's been in the camp with Canelo, and again, Canelo is not an outside fighter. He's a pressure fighter with with like good defense, good upper body movement. But again, get an outside fighter, and you will see what happens. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So, in my final verdict of the fight, I give him his respect for staying stoic and getting knocked down and coming back to knock Luke Campbell out. But my verdict is that, you know, Ryan Garcia would get washed by Devin Haney. He would get washed by Tank Davis. He would get washed by Shakur Stevenson, because all of them got footwork and he doesn't have any footwork. You know, and that's just the bottom line. Another thing too that I was watching recently, I was watching Richardson Hitchens, who said he sparred Ryan Garcia, and he said that was easy work. He said that was some of his easiest work that he's gotten. So with that being said, you know, Ryan Garcia ain't gonna go against a nigga with footwork, bro. Because we saw what happens when he does go against someone who has footwork, you know. And so, yeah, you know, that's just what it is, you know, with Ryan Garcia. You know, I give him his respect, though. I give him respect. But Oscar De La Hoya, he's probably sniffing more coke, though. Because that dude said that, you know, Ryan Garcia will walk through Tank. Yeah, you can try that. Try it. You know, you can try that. Let's see how that goes for him, though. Right? Let's see how that works for him. You know, and with that kind of power and Tank's velocity, you know, we'll see if that works out for him. You know. But again, you know, this is me personally. I've never really been sold on Ryan Garcia. You know, I've never really been sold on him. I never really was a person who was like big on Ryan Garcia. The reason being is I'm into skillful boxers, bro. Like, I'm into boxers with skill. Like, I'm into boxers who have different layers to their game. You know, I'm not into boxers who just fight up and down. Like, I'm not into that. Like, I like boxers who have skill. That's why when people ask me, yo, Fula, who do you like in boxing? Man, I say I like Jaron Ennis, man. I like Demetrius Andrade, man. I like Devin Haney, man. I like Errol Spence, man. Like, I give those names. I say I like Dmitry Bivol, man. You know, I say I like Baturbiev. You know, I give those kind of names. Because here's the thing, man. When you don't have footwork, bro, you basically are at a handicap with a nigga who does have footwork. And we saw that recently. I mean, honestly, what you will call it? When everybody thought that Danny Garcia was gonna, you know, get Errol Spence, and that the accident was gonna have an effect on Errol Spence, man, Errol Spence freaking basically beat the crap out of Danny Garcia, man. Danny Garcia won maybe 3 rounds, and people want to say that Errol Spence is flat-footed. I can assure you that fool is not flat-footed, because he used subtle footwork against Danny Garcia, who was flat-footed. And we saw what happened as a result of him being flat-footed. So, with that being said, bro, all I'm going to say with the ending of this video is skills pay the bills. And if you lack the skills of footwork and being fleet of foot, you're in for it. And so, Ryan Garcia, I don't see him fighting those people. It's just, it is what it is. Probably what he'll do next is he'll fight, I don't know, maybe he'll fight, to be honest, he'll probably fight a no-name for the time being. That's what I see happening, but he ain't fighting no Devin Haney. He ain't fighting no Tank Davis. You know, that's for damn sure. But anyhow, man, leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Fula signing out. Njana.